Let's go.
Welcome to Market Pros. My guest today is Co. How are you doing today, Co?
I'm doing awesome. Thank you very much, man. How are
Great.
you doing?
I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. Uh,
Perfect.
all right. So, can I get a quick rundown of your experience, your overall experience in the markets, crypto, and NFTs? Just kind of your level of experience in it.
I mean, I got enough experience to don't get rugged, and the little experience to be crazy enough to invest a huge amount of money, actually.
Got to take risk, though. You know,
Yeah, absolutely.
scared
Absolutely. Like, anyway,
scared money don't make money.
absolutely. No emotions at all.
That no emotion. You got to have the same. You got to feel the same way whether you win or lose. You know.
Yeah.
No, you got to take
But
emotions completely out of it.
actually, everything changed last year in May, because then the NFT projects came up, and there it's really hard to get rid of emotions because it's about art and it's about games, and games are all about emotions, you know.
Yeah.
So there it's really hard to take or to keep the control. You can take the control in the beginning, but then you get to know some community actions and people, you know, and the people behind the projects, and because all the emotions, because it's an artistic thing, are going into the NFTs, you know, and you get a big portion of it as well because you have invested the money in it and you see how they are struggling to deliver, right? So yeah, crypto no problem,
Hmm.
but NFTs is really different.
Yeah. Yeah. I was talking about trading. You know what I mean? Like your
Yeah, yeah,
investment portfolio, trading accounts, stuff like that. Like yeah, you got to take emotion out of that. But yeah, the whole NFTs, metaverse. You know what I mean? Like you actually have invested interest. You know what I mean? Like there's going to be utility
exactly.
behind it, and the utility is going to be you playing the game, or
Yeah,
you showcasing the art somewhere. You know what I mean? So yeah, there's definitely emotion in it because if you didn't like the stuff, you wouldn't invest in it. You know what I mean? Because then it would just kind of be pointless.
exactly,
Then it would just kind of be a degen move. You know what I mean?
exactly.
So
Absolutely right.
so where did it all start? Where did you first take the leap into crypto, in the markets in general? Just where did it all begin for you?
Actually, it began with politics. I was into politics with the Pirate Party, and actually, the Pirate Party in Germany is really into IT and information technology at all, about computers and stuff like that. And I mean, in the conversations, like on the weekends or something, just one guy just came up and said, "Hey, hey, look at that, man! That's Bitcoin and stuff like that." It was back in 2018, and back then, I mean, I was gamer since I can think about everything, right? I mean, since I was a kid, I was a gamer. I started with an Atari, and of course, in 2018, I had a huge amount of graphics cards, right, at home. So he told me that you can just generate money with graphics cards. And
Mining.
at first I thought, what are you talking about, man? Just tell me more. And he told me something about mining and Ethereum and I don't know, you know, he told me the whole story. So that's how it all began. So I just set up my own node on a Linux machine and started to mine a little bit of Bitcoin at first, and later on just changed to Ethereum. And that was the first time I just get some crypto. And the interesting part of it was like getting into mining and afterwards into trading, right? So
So
this was how it all started.
so were you a trader before crypto, or did crypto open that door?
Crypto opened the door because I was not interested in banks. I always hate banks.
Yeah.
As far as can I think back, I founded my first company in 2016, and I had also some conversations with the banks, and they just offered me like loans. They just told me, "Hey, take it, 200,000 euros to found the company." And what about the percentage? What do I have to pay back? You know,
Yeah.
and uh,
It's
so it
unbelievable.
was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. So I don't like banks, and trading was also never an option, because trading back then for me was like getting into a bank, getting options and whatever. Um, that was nothing for me. But after I got into crypto, I started to trade with crypto, and from crypto I traded also any other stuff like buying tech, ETFs and stuff like that. Because you get involved, you get insider information, of course, about we was talking about graphics cards, right? So I just bought some Nvidia shares, right? So
Mhm.
because I knew, okay, if I mine today, tomorrow people will need graphics cards.
Mhm.
They will buy graphics cards. So I just bought shares of Nvidia. So that was cool.
It worked
Yeah.
out for you too, didn't it?
Yeah, back then it worked out exactly. Yes, but I'm pretty sure that you will come up with some bad questions like mistakes and stuff like that, and then I will tell you something
Oh
about
yeah.
that as well.
Yeah, we'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Yeah, sure.
Well, we might as well just go into that right now.
All right.
What are your biggest mistakes in the market in crypto?
That was actually when I had my first Bitcoin, and it was like I don't remember it exactly how much it was, but I thought, okay, I need a new computer, a couple of parts. And there is this little amount of Bitcoin worth almost nothing, so just sell it, right?
Oh man. Oh man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, I had this conversation a couple of days ago with a friend of mine where just because I was doing the tax, right? And in Germany, you can do really bad things, but never deal with the tax guys, right? Never do bad things with them. Never
Right.
try to do something bad.
Yeah.
So for that, I needed to track back every transaction I made, because I have to declare it, right, to the state how much how many transactions I had, how much money I just sent and taken and stuff like that. And if you look on the transactions from 2018, how I dealt with BTC and Ethereum, right? I mean, you are getting crazy. Like today, one Bitcoin is worth 30K plus, right?
Yeah.
And a couple of months ago, it was more like 60.
68.
Yeah, yeah. I guess when it's crypto related, that was my biggest mistake back then. That I just sold that stuff, right? So it was like I was that frustrated that I just I had a hardware wallet that my first hardware wallet was also a ledger. Um, and I just put it in a little safe, right? And didn't put it out because I was really frustrated about that one. And it took me about a couple of years to get back into it, right?
Yeah, after that, I mean, I could see you like having just negative outlook on it, you know. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like you're just mad at the market after that, like, you know what I mean? And then eventually you just take personal responsibility, learn from it, move on, and then
Yeah,
you know better for the next time. I've made
absolutely.
I've sold some things early myself, and literally, like one instance, this was one of my worst mistakes in the last 2 years. I sold the sand token, and
Oh,
I was buying it at 4 cents, right? I sold it at 7 cents. 2 months later,
$4, man.
2 months later,
Whoa.
2 months later, it went to 70 cents. Like, boom! Within like 2 weeks, I'm like, oh wow! And I had a lot. I would have made probably 100K off of just that
Yeah.
trade. Nope.
Just
Yeah,
imagine today. Just imagine today.
yeah.
You
Oh
know,
yeah.
$4,
Is it
4.50.
is it $4?
Yeah, I
Oh
have
wow.
received an airdrop about 400 cent. Yeah, no, yeah, yeah,
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's crazy. That would right there would have probably netted me $250,000. But
Oh no, sorry. 1,000 cent is about, yeah, it's about 4,000 bucks. Yeah,
okay. Yeah. It's crazy. Live and learn. Live and learn. I've definitely
yeah,
used my mistakes and I've used them to become even more profitable.
exactly. Yeah.
As long as you don't make the same mistakes over and over again, they'll be worth more than what you lost. Those lessons. So what are your long term perspectives on crypto? Like, where do you see it going in the future, even with the regulations, the government's trying to tax, the living hell out of it, you know, uh, just where do you see crypto in 5 to 10 years?
It depends on what you want to hear. I mean, I can answer that question as an idealist and as a realist, of course. As an idealist, I would say we are going to destroy the banking system as it is
Yeah.
today. That would be perfect. But realistically, I guess as you said already, that we are already struggling with taxes and stuff like that. I hope that this taxation and taxing systems all over the world will not hard or will not be as hard as it is right now. Um, I mean, in Germany, it's really hard because here almost you have to pay almost half of your revenues,
Wow.
almost about 43% for now.
That's like California.
Yeah, it's
California's,
comparable actually,
yep, 50%.
and you have to track everything down, and hopefully um, they will change that, or maybe we will have better coin tracking systems and stuff like that. But what I am looking for is like, of course, the real decentralization. That would be perfect. Like not being dependent on a bank, that I can pay my employees or freelancers with crypto. That would be awesome. Everyone is wearing or taking their banks with themselves, right?
Okay. Uh, so I know you talked about mining and, I know that you're in the NFT sector, but which market is the most appealing to you out of all the sectors, DeFi, NFTs, metaverse, stocks, commodities? Which market is the most appealing to you and why?
I mean, it was and it's still the crypto itself with Bitcoin and Ethereum. Bitcoin is for me like something like gold, like
Me too.
long-term investment,
Yeah.
and Ethereum is for me like more the utility thing, like with more functions and where you can just implement it into games. And as far as I know, and as far as Vitalik said already, Ethereum is in its development stage about 50% for now, and I'm awaiting a lot of efforts on that one and development, right? So I'm really focusing on that both and on crypto. I guess NFTs are some kind of hype. I'm pretty sure that a lot of NFT projects will disappear, but I'm pretty sure that NFTs also will generate some sustainable, how can I say, mechanics, because the NFTs are bound into projects, and that projects are living from communities or people, right? So it could be that there will be a mixture of the crypto and NFT side. But that's to be honest, these are two parts I'm really focusing on. And I don't think that we really need to talk about the blockchain technology itself and smart contracts. This is something which will bring us much more, and I can't imagine the next 10 years or 20 years without smart contract. So I don't think that I need to say smart contracts are important or good, or blockchain
Right.
technology is good or
Right.
something, because it's here and it will not go
It's
away.
here to stay.
Everyone needs to use it because it's secure, and it will be secure in the next decade. Couple of people will say, okay, quantum computing is coming up, of course, but everything is developing, right? So the blockchain will develop itself as well. So yeah,
Yeah, I mean, as one technology improves, all of them improve, you know. And
absolutely. Yeah.
if one technology is going to threaten another, like, quantum computing, they're talking about how it could affect, how it could, uh, how do I say, mess with the security, like have an impact on the security of Bitcoin and, hardware wallets, self custody. But as quantum computing technology, develops and goes forward, the developers on Bitcoin are also going to move forward and
Absolutely.
develop the same technology to counteract that. You know,
Absolutely.
so
And
what
that's how
is
technology works.
exactly?
Sorry.
Yep. No. 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 So what are your long-term perspectives? Like, or not your long-term perspectives? What are your long-term plans for crypto, for the markets in general? Basically the same question as last time, except this is more personal. Like, what are your long-term plans in crypto?
I mean, I'm pretty sure that a lot of people and me as well are doing the pioneers job right now. So I want to continue with that. So I want to join a lot of different communities, especially when it's about getting other people who are not into crypto and who are not into NFTs into it, and getting them or let them know about smart contracts, because I'm pretty sure that they will uh, have a lot of benefits by using smart contracts, right? And my long-term goal will be doing some consulting in that field, of course. And for now, we are developing also our first blockchain game. Finishing that one is the short-term goal, and if that works out, I want to focus on building more games, like to push the community, because games are a door opener for the next generation,
Yeah.
because they will get in, it's easy. uh, this is how I get into NFTs actually last year in May, by games, by Axie Infinity, for example. That
Okay.
was the reason how I get into contact with NFTs. And for me, it was really easy to get in, because you are just, oh, okay, I'm buying a little animal, and it is not really thinking about crypto. It's like going in the grocery shop and buying something, right? But before you can buy it, you need to exchange the money for something. So I guess this is a good part of this pioneer's job. And longer term, of course, metaverse is a big topic. Everybody's talking about that one. I'm an augmented reality and virtual reality developer. So for me, it would be awesome if I can implement the knowledge what I have achieved in the last couple of years in that field of work, um, to combine it with the existing and further coming up projects, so that I can combine everything what I have achieved so far and get it into bigger projects. Because if you are developing in a conventional game in 2D or 3D, it's easy. But if you are developing a game in augmented reality or virtual reality where you just combine the actual reality with computing power, right? Then things are getting difficult, especially when it's about multi-user interfaces or MMOs, when it's about games, right? So real life situations will change a lot. So if you just think further that we are wearing smart glasses or smart contact lenses where you just are in the metaverse while you are working or while you are just going out with your friends, right? Imagine the possibilities. There are no
Yeah.
limits, no limits at all. So
Infinite.
you can, yeah, sky is not the sky, space, the galaxy is the limit,
Yeah. Yeah. Very interesting. So if you could, all right, so if you could go back to when you first got into investing, first got into crypto, if you could give yourself any advice. So by saying that, if you could give a brand new person that just, invest day one, what advice would you give them?
Just do it. Just do it.
Short and
You have
sweet.
you have to lose. You have to lose. You have to hurt yourself to get the knowledge. It
Yep.
does not work. It does not work if you do it
They
different.
they have a saying, you have to pay your tuition of losses to the market. You have to. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Because
exactly. Yeah.
if not, it's just going to make you lazy. You will pay your tuition to the market either way, whether
You
you
have
do
to
it.
feel it.
Oh yeah, you'll feel it. You'll feel it at first. Now,
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, one of the hardest pills for me to ever swallow was my first 40% drop in Bitcoin. Wow. I mean, you just watch a lot of money just disappear just like that. And you're like, where did it go? How did this happen? And then now, 50%, I mean 50% drop, just like how we had. I smile. I mean, literally, I'll literally laugh because it's funny because I'm sitting there thinking like there's somebody somewhere that is losing their shit right now. you know,
Absolutely.
like,
Absolutely.
just like I did at first. You know what I mean? But yeah, just do it. You know what I mean? Just take the jump.
Yeah.
And know that you're gonna lose. Know that you're gonna lose at
Yes.
first. Ride it
That,
out.
exactly. This is what I really would tell me as well. Be sure that you are losing some stuff, and get in with stuff which you are ready to lose. Right? Don't invest stuff if you can't afford it. That's also an important thing to
Yeah.
say. I would say back then, I don't know. I mean, I was also younger, so but I had the money. I was working as a salesperson, so I had money. That was not an issue at all. But also in the NFT space, I meet people. They are working in a really hard environment, and they're getting all in, and they got families or kids. That's not good, man. They have to be careful
Yeah.
because of course you can get minus 50%, but if you have to spend the money for your family and kids, things are different. I don't
Exactly.
have or I don't had any responsibility about other persons, so that was cool because I lost the money, no problem, because I have to just take care about myself.
Mhm.
But if you have a woman which you have to take care of or kids, that's different.
Yeah. Yeah. You definitely have to put your responsibilities first. Don't
Yeah,
invest more than you're willing to lose, first of all.
absolutely.
Like
Yeah,
like all the money I have invested, I could lose that, bounce back. You know what I mean? Because
yeah,
I have more than what I have invested. My own personal wealth. I don't have it all on the table. You know what I mean? I probably
yeah,
got I probably have a third of it on the table, but
yeah,
that's my risk tolerance, and I have a diversified portfolio. So if one thing does bad, another thing is going to do good. You know what I
yeah.
mean? So I hedge my risks.
That's the buzzword, diversifying. Diversifying. is really important. That you are that you have
Oh
a lot
yeah,
of different assets in different fields. That's also, yeah, maybe that would be back to your question before. Diversify, not focus on only one project, a couple of projects, because if you lose on one, maybe you can win on another one, right?
exactly, exactly. So, is there any other advice that you would give to anybody, and not not a brand new person, like somebody that's been here for a while? Because I can tell you have some pretty good experience. So just anybody, like no matter if they're a newbie or advanced. Do you have any piece of advice that you would give them? Just something that you've learned personally, over the years.
Be kind to people. Be kind to people, and try to be honest, of course, and try to be honest to yourself. It's easy to be honest to others, right? But to be honest to oneself is much harder. And read and learn everything what you can get. Read everything what you can get, and learn everything what you can get, and talk with people who have more experience than you, I would say.
Yeah, that's
Talk
right.
with them, because they got hurt, and they had these opportunities which you haven't, maybe. And everyone, I mean, uh, you said that I am experienced. I don't think that at all. I mean, I'm still beginner, right? So I'm pretty sure that I'm able to learn from everyone I'm going to meet in the crypto space, because each and everyone has different experiences, right? So you can get a lot of information from that one. I would say that that's the thing what I would say to people as advice. And buy a hardware wallet.
I had
Every time hardware.
I had somebody else say that exact same thing, and that was the first thing they said was buy a hardware wallet. You want to self
Yeah,
custody your own crypto. And back to what you were saying, about learning from everybody, and you want to be around people that know more than you. There's another saying that I know is if you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. You want
exactly. That's
you
good. That's a good
yeah,
one.
yeah, yeah. You want to be around people that if be around people that have what you want. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
if you're after wealth, you want to hang out with people more wealthy than you. If you want to be smart in a certain area, hang out with people that are more experienced and smarter in that area. You know, very very good rule of thumb. Do you have any closing thoughts before we are out of time?
I mean, it was really nice talking with you, and I mean, I'm really looking forward for the next step you are going to make,
Yeah, as am
and
I.
we are going to make together, of course.
Yeah,
And well, it was really nice to talking with you. It's our first eye to eye meeting, right?
yeah, yeah. That's right. Well, I really enjoyed the interview. Thank you for
Same
coming
here.
on. Thank
Thank
you
you
for
very much.
coming on here. And everybody, if you enjoyed the interview, please smash that like button, and I will see you in the next one.